Let me be real with you. Modern dating isn't just a game, it's a battlefield. If you don't know what to look for, you'll waste your time, your energy, your money, and worse, your peace of mind. A lot of men today are so desperate for love or attention that they ignore the biggest red flags just because a woman is attractive, sweet-talking, or gives them a little affection. That's how you get trapped. That's how you lose your confidence. That's how you lose yourself. What I'm about to tell you in this video will save you from all that. I've worked with thousands of men, and the pattern is always the same. A woman says one thing, just one sentence, and a man ignores it. He thinks she didn't mean it, or that he can change her, or that it's not a big deal. That one sentence turns into months or years of regret. This is your wake-up call. If a woman tells you any of the 5 things I'm about to break down, leave. No argument, no back and forth, no second guessing. Because when a woman tells you something like this, believe her. She's giving you a preview of the disaster that's coming. And if you stay, it means you chose the chaos. This is not about being heartless. It's about being smart. It's about knowing your worth. It's about not negotiating with red flags. You're a man. Act like it. The wrong woman can destroy your focus, drain your potential, and ruin your path. But the right knowledge? That can keep you sharp and moving forward. So pay attention, take notes, and most importantly, if you hear any of these 5 things, walk away, immediately. Number 1. I don't know what I want. The moment a woman tells you she doesn't know what she wants, stop right there. Don't try to convince her, don't try to guide her, and definitely don't think you're going to be the one to help her figure it out. That's not your job. You're not her emotional support system. You're a man, not a therapist. What she's really saying is, I want to explore, but I want you to stick around just in case I don't find something better. That statement is a setup for you to stay in confusion while she keeps her options open. She wants attention, affection, possibly sex, but no responsibility, no clear direction, no commitment. She wants the benefits of having you around without giving you clarity. That's manipulation in disguise. Here's the truth. When a woman wants something, she knows. She moves differently. She communicates with purpose. She makes time. If she's telling you she doesn't know, she's already decided you're not what she's looking for, or worse, you're a placeholder, and a placeholder never wins. Don't let her figure it out at your expense. Your time is your power. Don't invest it in confusion. A woman who says she doesn't know what she wants is dangerous to your peace. She'll say she needs time, but she's texting other guys. She'll say she's healing, but she's going on dates behind your back. She'll keep you guessing, because the longer you stay in the grey area, the more she controls the game. You'll never win in a situation where your role is undefined. That's not a relationship, that's a holding cell, and you're not a prisoner. When you hear, I don't know what I want, don't get emotional. Don't argue, just leave. That sentence is your warning. Ignore it, and you'll regret it. Respect yourself enough to walk. Number 2. My ex was crazy. The moment she starts throwing her ex under the bus, take a step back and think. My ex was crazy might sound harmless at first. It might even sound like she's been through hell and she finally appreciates you. But trust me, this sentence is poison covered in sugar. It's a subtle red flag, and if you miss it, you'll pay for it later. First, think logically. If every ex she had was crazy, where's the common denominator? Right, her. Either she chooses toxic partners over and over again, or she is the toxic one, and now she's rewriting the story to make herself look like the victim. Either way, you don't want to be part of that pattern. A woman who talks like this is either still emotionally attached to her past or has zero accountability for her role in failed relationships. Both are dangerous for any man trying to build something real. Pay attention to how she speaks about people she used to love. If there's bitterness, drama, or constant name-calling, understand that eventually that same energy will be turned toward you. Today it's, "My ex was crazy." Tomorrow, when you don't give her what she wants, you'll be the new villain in her story. She doesn't process relationships with maturity. She doesn't reflect. She just blames. Also, it's a tactic. Women like this use that line to gain your sympathy. They want you to prove that you're not like the others. So you start over-giving, over-explaining, and overcompensating. You start trying to be her savior. And guess what? Once you fall into that role, you're no longer a man in her eyes. You're a tool. The right woman has peace in her past. She doesn't need to bash anyone to build a bond with you. She's grown. She's moved on. If she's still hung up on what her ex did 3 years ago, she hasn't healed. And she's going to bring that mess into your life. Don't be fooled by the sweet voice and the innocent eyes. "My ex was crazy" is code for, "I don't take responsibility." When you hear that, exit. Quietly, quickly, with your dignity intact. Number 3. I'm not like other girls. This one is sneaky because it sounds flattering. It sounds like she's trying to set herself apart from the crowd, as if she's a rare gem in a world full of counterfeits. But a woman who feels the need to say, "I'm not like other girls," is usually exactly like them, or worse. She's trying to sell you an image. She's creating a character. And any time someone has to say it out loud, it means they're overcompensating. When a woman is truly different, you'll see it. It's in how she carries herself. It's in how she talks, how she handles pressure, how she respects your time. Real value doesn't need marketing. It doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't beg to be noticed. It just is. But when a woman tells you she's not like the others, she's planting a seed to distract you. She wants you to focus on the fantasy instead of the facts. Now here's where it gets dangerous. Once you buy into this line, you lower your guard. You start ignoring red flags. She cancels plans. Oh, she's just busy. She disrespects you. Maybe she's having a bad day. She flirts with other men in front of you. She's just friendly. You give her a pass on behavior you wouldn't tolerate from anyone else because she told you she's different. That's how manipulation works. It starts with one phrase that makes you question your standards. Women who constantly compare themselves to others are usually insecure. They don't want to grow. They want praise. They want to be put on a pedestal without putting in the work. And once you put them there, they'll do nothing but test you, push your boundaries, and see how far they can go before you snap. Don't fall for words. Watch actions. The woman who truly stands out doesn't need to say it. She shows it. She has self-awareness, humility, and consistency. She's not in competition with other women because she knows who she is. That's the kind of woman who adds value to your life. But the one who says, "I'm not like other girls," she's usually the biggest red flag in disguise. She's prepping you to ignore your gut. Don't fall for it. If she has to say it, walk. Don't wait around to find out how different she really is. Number 4. I don't need a man. When she says, "I don't need a man," don't argue with her. Just believe her and walk away. This isn't about strength, ambition, or independence. This is about attitude. A woman who proudly declares she doesn't need a man is usually the one who resents what a man brings. And if she resents your presence, your effort, your leadership, and your nature, why are you still standing there? That sentence is a wall. She's letting you know up front. She sees men as optional accessories, not necessary partners. You're not there to build with her. You're there to be tolerated. She'll act like she's doing you a favor by spending time with you. She'll challenge everything you say just to prove she doesn't need your guidance. She'll turn every disagreement into a power struggle. And the moment you show strength, she'll call it control. The moment you set a boundary, she'll call it toxic. You won't be in a relationship. You'll be in a competition. Let's clear something up. Real independence is quiet. It's calm. It doesn't need to be announced. The woman who's truly independent knows her worth, but she also knows the value of a strong man beside her. She doesn't need to tear men down to lift herself up. She doesn't need to prove anything with slogans. She respects masculine energy. She sees it as complementary, not threatening. But the "I don't need a man" woman? She's already chosen her path, and your presence in her life is just a convenience. Until you say something she doesn't like, until you make a decision she can't control. Then she'll remind you, loud and clear, that you're not needed. You'll always feel replaceable, and over time, that will destroy your confidence and make you question your worth. Why would you choose to stay in a space where you're not valued? Why would you try to lead someone who's already made it clear she doesn't want to be led? A healthy relationship needs mutual respect, not power games. When she says she doesn't need a man, she's not inviting connection. She's declaring war. Don't try to win her over. Don't try to soften her edge. It's not your job to fix her relationship with masculinity. Just let her be, and go where your presence is respected, not tolerated. Remember, being needed isn't about ego. It's about alignment. If she doesn't see your value, show her the exit. Silently, without drama. That's what real men do. Number 5. You deserve better. This one sounds noble. It sounds selfless, like she's looking out for you. But don't be fooled. You deserve better is one of the most deceptive lines a woman will throw at you, and most men fall for it. It's not about you deserving better. It's about her not wanting to give you better. What she's really saying is, I'm not willing to change. I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to meet your standards, and I don't want to feel bad about it. So instead, she spins it, makes it sound like a favor. She wants to walk away without taking responsibility. She wants to leave the door open for sympathy, for guilt, for attention. She doesn't want to be the bad guy, so she makes you think she's doing you a favor. Let's be clear. When a woman wants you, she'll fight for you. She'll improve. She'll meet you halfway. She'll ask what she can do better. She won't push you away with cliches. So when she says, you deserve better, she's checked out. She's emotionally unavailable. She may even be keeping you around as backup while she looks for someone else. And once she finds him, she's gone. No explanation, no closure, just a memory and a lesson. And here's the trap. Most men, when they hear this line, start pleading. They say, no, I want you. They try harder. They lower their standards. They start doing more to prove they're worthy of less. And that's exactly what she wants. Control. Validation. She wants you chasing her while she puts in zero effort. That's how a man loses himself. Real women don't say, you deserve better. They become better. They grow alongside you. They show up for you. But the woman who uses that line is giving you a soft rejection. She doesn't have the courage to be honest, so she disguises her detachment as kindness. Don't try to convince her. Don't try to interpret it. Take it for what it is, a dismissal. And when someone shows you they don't want to meet your standards, believe them. You're not hard to love. You're just wasting your energy on the wrong person. Walk away. Not because you deserve better, but because you demand better. 6. Just friends. If she ever tells you, let's just be friends, after you've been emotionally or physically involved, that's not friendship. That's demotion. She's not offering you a place in her life. She's offering you a consolation prize. And if you accept it, you confirm what she already suspects, that you're too weak to walk away. Real friends aren't born from romantic rejection. You don't go from deep connection to casual buddy overnight unless one of you is never fully invested. And if you were, and she wasn't, then staying around makes you look desperate. Marcus Aurelius said, "Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect." If you say you want a woman but accept the friend zone, you've broken your own code. You've traded self-respect for proximity. You think being near her keeps the door open, but all it does is kill her attraction and erode your power. She'll use you for emotional comfort. She'll talk to you about the man she's really interested in, and you'll sit there pretending it doesn't bother you, while slowly becoming invisible to her. A man doesn't beg for scraps. A man doesn't linger where he's no longer chosen. If she doesn't see your value as a partner, then she doesn't get you as a friend. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." If you give your attention to a woman who rejected you, you become small in your own eyes. You shrink. You hesitate. You start doubting yourself. And that doubt poisons every future relationship. The friend zone is not a place. It's a mindset. It's a cage disguised as kindness. And if you want to be a man of power, you have to see through it. Don't argue. Don't explain. Don't try to earn your way back. The moment she offers you friendship after romance, you look her in the eye and say, "I'm not here for second place." Then you walk away, and you never return. 7. I'm bored. When she says, "I'm bored," she's not looking for entertainment. She's testing your value. That statement is loaded with disrespect, but most men miss it. They think she's inviting them to plan more dates, be more spontaneous, do more tricks. Wrong. She's telling you she doesn't feel emotionally or mentally stimulated, and she's blaming you for it. Understand this. A woman who respects a man doesn't tell him she's bored. She brings energy, ideas, and curiosity into the relationship. She communicates like a partner, not a customer at a restaurant who's tired of the menu. And here's the dangerous part. When a woman is bored, she starts imagining replacements. Not always physically, but mentally. She'll daydream. She'll scroll. She'll compare. And every time she looks at you, the comparison grows. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." If a woman allows boredom to take over her mind, she is no longer thinking about building something with you. She's thinking about escaping. Most men panic here. They overcompensate. They start chasing dopamine hits for her. Vacations, gifts, more sex, constant validation. But a man in panic is a man out of frame. And once you're out of frame, she starts to lead, and you start to follow. That's when attraction dies completely. A powerful man doesn't respond to "I'm bored" with tricks. He responds with clarity. He looks at her and thinks, is she bringing peace into my life or problems? Is she helping build or constantly asking for more? Because the second a woman frames you as boring, she's slowly disconnecting from your purpose, your vision, your presence. A man with presence doesn't need to entertain. He simply is, like a storm, like a mountain, like a fire. The Stoics didn't chase noise. They mastered stillness. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." And this is what boredom often is, an emotional illusion, not based on truth, but on fantasy. A strong man doesn't entertain fantasy. He lives in reality. So when she says she's bored, hear it as a red flag. Not something to fix, but something to observe. And if it becomes a pattern, you don't dance harder. You leave. If a woman says any of these 5 things to you, she's handing you the truth, whether she realizes it or not. She's showing you what she thinks of herself, what she thinks of you, and where the relationship is going. Your job isn't to debate it, fix it, or hang on hoping things will change. Your job is to pay attention and move accordingly. Too many men get stuck waiting for her to mean something different, waiting for her to come around, waiting for the fantasy to become reality. But while you wait, you waste time, energy, and self-respect. You start bending to fit into her story instead of writing your own. A strong man doesn't cling. A strong man doesn't chase words. He watches actions. And when a woman disrespects his presence, he removes it, quietly, without begging, without explanations. That's real strength. So remember this: when a woman tells you who she is or how she sees you, believe her. Don't argue. Don't stay to prove your worth. You are the prize. You are the foundation. And if she doesn't see that, it's not your job to make her. Stand on your value, set your standard, and never let anyone talk you out of your instinct. If she says these things, leave immediately. Not to punish her, but to protect yourself. That's what real men do.